You are dreaming right now, and me talking to you is a message from yourself trying to get you to wake up. I know it sounds crazy. We're going to explain it right now as I show you how to wake up from this dream. Hey guys, Morg here, and it's time to wake up. And if you're new here, this is the only channel that brings you the truth of existence rationally and without the bullshit. So subscribe now and hit the bell to turn on all notifications. The greatest philosophers, the occultists, and secret societies have always known that this is not a physical reality, but a mental reality, a reality of mind, and that this is a dream. And more recently, quantum mechanics has shown that this is true. Before you can wake up, you have to realize that you are dreaming. If you're having a dream, you can't become lucid in the dream until you realize that it is a dream. So the first thing that needs to happen is I need to show you how exactly this is a dream. Let's take a look and see exactly what the philosophers had said, what occultism says about this, and the imagery of secret societies where this has been embedded. The arche is the fundamental substance of existence, that which everything is. And Anaxagoras, the pre-Socratic philosopher, said that the arche was mind. Immanuel Kant, in his transcendental idealism, knew that this was not a physical reality, but instead a reality that our minds construct, a shared hallucination, if you will. The philosopher Leibniz, who was the inventor of calculus and had roots in secret societies, knew that this was not a material reality, but instead he said a reality composed of an infinity of minds. The great philosopher Hegel, who has roots in the greatest secret society, said that this reality is a mental reality, that it is a mind that is coming to know itself through itself, that it in essence creates this shared dream reality that it can then throw itself into to come to know itself and discover itself through the dream reality that it creates. The philosopher Bishop Berkeley said that this reality is a dream in the divine mind. The occultist Aleister Crowley knew that this existence was not material but a mental existence, and he founded Thelema, which is the core belief system of the secret society known as the Ordo Templi Orientis. Aleister Crowley's Thelema is largely based on the Kabbalah, and in the diagram of the Tree of Life, it shows that this existence is an existence within the mind, that mind is the ultimate reality. And from this mind, an emanation occurs of going to lower and lower forms of existence until you finally reach the lowest form of existence, which they call Malkut, which is this shared dream that we exist in right now. The esoteric imagery of the secret society of the Freemasons also depicts this emanation from the one mind into a dream reality. The symbol of the great eye depicts the awakening of the cosmic mind in this shared dream. The secret society of the Rosicrucians depicts the rose and the cross. When you break down this symbol, it represents the circle and the cross. The circle represents the unity of the mind, and the cross represents the division of that unity, which generates this dream. You might be thinking, oh well, that's all well and good, but isn't that just crazy? Hasn't modern science refuted that? The answer is no. Quantum mechanics has shattered the idea that this is a reality of matter. Founder of quantum mechanics Max Planck said, "Mind is the matrix of all matter." As a man who has devoted his whole life to the most clear-headed science, to the study of matter, I can tell you as a result of my research about atoms this much: there is no matter as such. If you think that science says that this is a material reality, you are living 100 years in the past. Niels Bohr said, "Everything we call real is made of things that cannot be regarded as real." This is a mental reality, an existence of waves, of frequency patterns, which is ultimately thought. Erwin Schrödinger, a pioneer of quantum mechanics, said, "Consciousness is absolutely fundamental. It cannot be accounted for in terms of anything else." The occult, esoterica, secret societies, the greatest philosophers in quantum mechanics have all been saying that this is not a material reality, but a mental reality. And you must know this so that I can show you how to wake up. Gustav Meyrink said, "Man is firmly convinced that he is awake. In reality, he is caught in a net of sleep and dreams which he has unconsciously woven himself. The secret is to be awake, to be awake is everything. I did a video called Proof That You Exist in the Void, and that is an incredibly important video that shows that this existence is equal to zero, that it's equal to nothingness. If you haven't seen that yet, make sure you watch it because it's critical to know that information. But to recap very quickly, think about before space and before time, before anything existed at all. The only thing that existed was nothingness. That's it. Nothing. And nothingness is equal to zero, which is equal to this mathematical equation, which is equal to waveforms, which shows that nothingness, zero, is actually a sea of waves, of frequency patterns of thought. And it's critical that you know that thought and nothingness and zero and mind are all the same thing. So if you go back before space and before time, when there was absolutely nothing, all there was thought. All there was mind. And in a universe of absolutely nothing, there is only one thing that a thinking mind can do. And that is, from its own internal thought patterns, generate a dream world for it to throw itself into to experience. Now, there's a critical piece to this puzzle before I can show you how to wake up. And that is this existence of mind, of nothingness that created a dream world for itself, isn't just one mind, but it is a multiplicity of minds, a myriad of minds. And the reason why a myriad of minds can exist is because each one of these minds is equal to zero. And of course, you can have a seemingly endless amount of zeros because 0 plus 0 still equals 0. That's why there's not just one cosmic mind in existence, but instead a myriad of minds. Because if one mind can exist, then of course more than one mind can exist. There's nothing to prevent it from happening. Reason demands that if one is possible, then a myriad must be possible. So before space and before time, there were a myriad of minds in a realm of pure thought. But this myriad of minds worked together in such perfection and harmony, it was as though there was one. There wasn't literally one, but they worked together. They fit together in such perfection that you might as well consider it to be one. It was in essence one. And so when this myriad of minds, of one mind operating together, threw itself into a dream world, created a dream world for itself, it also fractured into its multiple constituent minds. It went from a singularity into a multiplicity. This was the Big Bang. The Big Bang singularity was the singular mind fracturing into a multiplicity. And now, as the philosopher Hegel pointed out, existence is the evolution of the cosmic mind as a multiplicity of minds coming to know itself through itself. This is how this all fits together. This is a reality that is equal to zero because only zero, nothingness, can exist. That zero, that nothingness is equivalent to waveforms, which is equivalent to mind. And the only thing the mind can do in order to have a phenomenal experience is to construct a dream world from within itself, from its own thought patterns. Everything points to this. The greatest philosophers, esotericists, occultism, secret societies, quantum mechanics, and mathematics itself, reason and logic demands that it's true. Everything shows that this is a mental reality, a reality of mind. We generated this dream world and threw ourselves into it. But what happens when you go to sleep and you dream? You forget that it is a dream. You think that it is real. That's why when we threw ourselves into this dream, we all forgot that we are dreaming. But many of us have woken up. And since we together form the absolute, that one mind, our job, our mission is to wake up all the other sleeping minds in existence. That is our goal. That is our mission. That is our great work. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said that this existence was will to power, which means that everything in reality is striving to increase its power. But the more aware you are, the more lucid you are, the greater control you have over your own life and your existence. Which means that reality is really all about increasing your level of awareness, your level of consciousness, which means attaining higher and higher degrees of lucidity in this shared dream by waking up to the fact that it is a dream. Now you may be wondering, if this is a dream, how come you can't just start flying through the air or walk through walls or anything like that? That's because this is a shared dream. It's a collective dream. It's a dream that's composed of all of the frequency contents of the minds in existence. Philosopher and mathematician Dr. Cody Newman said, "The dream is a construct of the dreamer and unfolds within the dreamer's mind. Exactly the same is true of the world. It is constructed by the collection of all minds and unfolds within the collective mind, which is exactly why it is objective and the same for everyone. The world, therefore, is simply a collective rather than individual dream, a constant dream rather than an ever-changing dream." When you have a personal dream, you can change things when you're lucid because it's composed of the energy contents of your mind. It's your frequency patterns, you control them, and so you can change it. In this shared dream, this is our collective dream. It's the dream of the absolute. It's the dream of the multiplicity, which means that you can't change something just by thinking about it, because it's not just your frequency patterns that make up this reality. It's all of ours collectively, which is why this is a stable existence, because it stabilizes since it's formed through all the frequency patterns of all of us together, which means in order to make change, we must work together in this shared dream. So the question is how do you wake up? Well, how do you become lucid in a personal dream? You start to get higher degrees of lucidity when you realize that it is a dream. Let me ask you a question. Since you started watching this video, do you seem more aware now? Do you feel as though you have woken up a little more? You see, this is why I couldn't just tell you how to wake up at the beginning of the video. I had to explain everything to you first, because first you must realize that it is a dream in order to become lucid in the shared dream. In order to wake up from this dream, in order to attain higher degrees of lucidity and awareness, you must increase your understanding of what this existence is. The more that you understand what this place is, where you are, and what you are, the more you will begin to become lucid and the more you will wake up. The more that your understanding increases, the more conscious you become, the more you realize what this is, and the illusions begin to fall away. That's why it has been said, know thyself and you will know the universe and the gods. That's because you, we, us, are all reality, are the universe, and are the gods. We are the creators and the destroyers. We are the dreamers of dreams. Anaxagoras said, God is mind and mind is God. There is no external God to bow down to. We are the creators. We are the absolute mind of existence. And once you begin to wake up and realize and know what this existence is, you will realize that in order to fully awake, for the absolute to awaken, we must all awaken. So once you begin to wake up, it becomes your mission to wake others up. Because from the absolute perspective, I am you and you are me, and we are all part of the collective one, the singularity, the absolute that fractured and divided itself into a multiplicity to create this dream world. And as we come together as a collective, we will be able to create worlds. We will be able to create mental existences that we can explore. Each one of us can create our own dream world. We can visit each other's worlds. We can create collaborative dream spaces. This world is our playing ground for us. We can do with it what we will. But first, we must wake up, become lucid, come together as a collective, and transform this world. That's why I want you to wake up, and why I made this video to wake you up, which is to wake myself up, because we are all part of the collective. And this is why now you must wake others up as well. We are on an evolutionary spiral, a trajectory towards the omega point, towards the actualization of the absolute, towards having total control of the universe so that we may construct dream worlds beyond the capacity of humanity's current imagination. We are the next evolutionary step. We are beyond self-awareness and graduating towards absolute awareness. So how do you wake up? The greatest tool for waking up is understanding reality and understanding your own mind. That is the way to wake up and become lucid. A powerful way to explore your own mind, and through that to know yourself and understand how existence works, is through lucid dreaming. So go watch the video I did on lucid dreaming right now, and remember to subscribe to this channel. And if you support my work and want to see us move forward, become a supporter on Patreon so that we can get this information out there. A big shout out to all the supporters. You are amazing. My name is Morgan. I am Hyperion. Hail New Terra.